Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Histoverse. This is the channel where old stories come back to life. Today we travel back in time. Far back. More than 400 years. We go to a small town in England. A quiet place. A place with green fields and a slow river. In this town, a baby boy was born. Nobody knew his name yet. Nobody knew what he would become. But one day, this boy would write words that the whole world still reads today. His name was William Shakespeare. You may know his name, but do you know his real story? His pain, his love, his loss? Stay with us till the end, because this story is not just about a writer. It is about a human being, a man who felt joy, a man who felt heartbreak, just like you and me. Let's begin. It was called Stratford-upon-Avon. The year was 1564. William was born into a simple family. His father, John, made gloves. His mother, Mary, came from a respected family. They were not rich, but they were not poor either. Young William grew up on busy streets. He heard merchants shouting. He heard church bells ringing. He watched traveling actors perform in the town square. Maybe that is where his love for stories began. He went to a local grammar school. There, he learned Latin. He studied old stories. He read about heroes, kings, and gods. But life was not always easy. When William was still a teenager, tragedy visited his family more than once. Some of his sisters died very young. This was common in those days. Sickness spread fast. Medicine was weak. Death was always close, even for children. Young William learned early that life was short. And maybe fragile things are also the most beautiful things. This feeling would follow him his whole life. And later, it would appear in his stories again and again. When William was only 18, something big happened. He fell in love. Her name was Anne Hathaway. She was older than him. She lived on a nearby farm. They married quickly. Too quickly, some people said. Soon they had a daughter. Her name was Susanna. Then came twins. A boy named Hamnet. A girl named Judith. William was now a young father, just 18 years old, with a family to feed. But Stratford was small, opportunities were few. Something was pulling him away, a bigger world, a louder world. London was calling. Nobody knows exactly why William left his family behind. Maybe it was ambition, maybe it was necessity, maybe both. He walked toward London, a city full of noise, danger, and dreams. London was nothing like Stratford. The streets were crowded, the smell was strong. Thieves hid in dark corners. But also, art was everywhere. Theaters were rising across the city. Actors were becoming stars. Plays were the entertainment of the people. William found his way into this world, slowly, quietly, as an actor, first. He watched, he learned. He listened to how words moved people, and then he began to write. His first plays were not perfect, but they had something special, something honest. Slowly, people started to notice his name. By his late 20s, William Shakespeare was becoming known. He joined a theater group. Later, this group became famous as the Lord Chamberlain's Men. He was not just a writer now. He was also a part owner of the theater, a businessman, a performer. Then came the Globe Theater, a huge wooden building, round in shape, open to the sky. Thousands of people came here, rich and poor, nobles and workers, all sitting together, watching the same story unfold. Inside these walls, magic happened. Stories of kings and murder, stories of love and jealousy, stories of ghosts and revenge, Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, names we still know today. People cried, people laughed, people screamed. For a few hours, they forgot their hard lives. They lived inside Shakespeare's words. He understood something rare. He understood the human heart. But even great success cannot stop pain. In 1596, tragedy struck his family hard. His only son, Hamnet, died. He was just 11 years old. William was far away in London when it happened. We do not know his exact words of grief. He never wrote about it directly, but many believe his pain lived quietly inside his later plays. Stories about lost sons, stories about grief, stories about fathers who could not save their children. Life had given him fame, but it had also taken something precious. Perhaps this is why his stories feel so real, even today. They were not just written by a clever mind. They were written by a man who truly understood suffering. Despite his loss, William kept writing. Play after play, year after year, he became wealthy. He bought a large house back in Stratford called New Place. He returned home, back to where it all began, back to his family. Maybe after everything, all he wanted was peace. He was 52 years old. He was buried in Holy Trinity Church, in the same town where his story began. 400 years have passed. Kings have fallen. Empires have disappeared. Cities have changed completely. But William Shakespeare's words are still alive. His plays are performed in almost every language on earth. Students still study his words in schools. Actors still dream of performing his characters. Writers still learn from his storytelling. Why? Because he wrote about things that never change. Love, jealousy, ambition, fear, grief, hope. The same feelings we carry today. A boy from a small English town became a voice for all of humanity, not because he had power, not because he had riches, but because he understood people deeply, honestly, and maybe that is the real lesson of his story. So that was the true human story of William Shakespeare. A boy with a simple beginning, a man who faced real pain, a writer whose words still touch our hearts even today. If this story touched you, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, welcome to English Histoverse. We tell true human stories from history every single week, so please subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story again. Thank you for watching till the end. We will see you in the next story.